Welcome to another season of Muhlenberg Baseball on the Mule Sports Network. Brought to you by the New Birdies Inn at 5 Points in Exeter, where you can catch every Philadelphia Phillies game on the breezy, comfortable deck while enjoying your favorite food. And Mortgage America, big enough to provide the best rates, small enough to provide personal service. The mortgage company of record in Berks County. Now to the Mule Sports Network broadcast booth. Here's your announcer, Darren Ziner.
Good evening. Welcome to coverage of Muhlenberg Mules Varsity Baseball on the Mule Sports Network, brought to you by Jerry Gelliff Media. Today, Laureldale, Pennsylvania, the campus of Muhlenberg High School for today's Berks 1 matchup between your Muhlenberg Mules and the Reading Red Knights. Welcome into the Mule Sports Network booth, joined by producer Chris Ziner. I'm Darren Ziner, and a beautiful night here at Muhlenberg. Temperatures right around 50 degrees, a slight breeze left to right as you are looking at the field from home plate. It will be a gorgeous night for baseball, and we will be bringing it to you. Let's talk Muhlenberg, currently 3-1 overall. 0-1 in Berks 1 League play. Their latest win, 4-3 over the Ephrata Mountaineers. A game covered by the Mule Sports Network. It featured an absolute pitcher's duel between Muhlenberg pitchers Aiden Lopez, Ryan Rosenberry, and Ephrata's Colin Miller. Lopez with 10 strikeouts over 5 innings. He struck out the side in the first, second, and third innings. Rosenberry with 7 Ks over 3. To close it out, Colin Miller struck out 11 while throwing a 3-hitter for the Mountaineers. As a matter of fact, 3 hits were all that were allowed by Muhlenberg as well. Opportunistic, the best term for that evening. Effort to put 2 on the board in the top of the first. Ethan Hunt, Ty Custer draw walks. They steal a base, come home on Landry Widener's 2-out single to right. They tackle on a third in the top of the third. Nate Savage would score on an odd play, draw a walk, take second on a walk to Widener, and that's where things got crazy. Catcher Cooper Burr caught Savage sleeping at second with a solid throw as he's running to third. And if you happen to be watching it on the Mule Sports Network, might have looked like the runner went out of the baseline, and indeed that appears to be the case. Actually making contact, not necessarily just running through Lincoln High, but making contact with the glove. The ball goes out of play. He ends up coming around third, home to score. The umpires discuss it, decide the play's okay, and it's 3-0. At that point, Ephrata after 2.5. The Mules struck back in their half of the third on the strength of 2 base hit bunts. Marvin Frias, Eli Keller. They're on first and second. A wild pitch allows both runners to score. Frias able to come around third, get home. Eli Keller, a heads-up play, as the pitcher at that point wasn't paying attention at home plate. The catcher, Custer, tossed it to him. Ends up rolling out towards the pitcher's mound, and Eli Keller took advantage and cuts the Ephrata lead to 3-2. Muhlenberg would get 2 more in the top of the 5th on an error by the right fielder. A fly ball that he couldn't quite pull in, allowing Caleb Mendoza, Marvin Frias to score. And it put the Mules ahead 4-3. Ryan Rosenberry would set down the side in the 6th, retire the final batter with the tying run on third. And Muhlenberg holds on for the 4-3 win. For the Mules, senior Aiden Lopez leads them with a .429 batting average. He's got 2 RBIs. Senior Eli Keller, second on the team. He's got a solid .375 average. And junior Cooper Burr getting in on the action, a .286 average and a team-leading 6 RBI. Let's talk about the Red Knights as they exchange lineups at home plate. Head coach David Garcia in his first year leading the Red Knights. Last season, 1-11 in Berks 1 League play, 4-16 overall. They returned all-division junior shortstop Janzer Paredes, as well as honorable mention junior left fielder David Garcia. In fact, he will be the pitcher for the Red Knights this evening. They are currently 0-1 in league play, 2-3 overall. Their wins over William Penn and Harrisburg. Losses to Norristown, J.P. McCaskey, who these Mules will face here at Muhlenberg on Friday, April the 11th, a game that you'll see on the Mule Sports Network. And Reading comes into today's game looking to break a 2-game losing streak. Twin Valley and the latest to Elizabethtown. They're led by the aforementioned junior shortstop, Janzer Paredes. He's hitting .533 with a double and a team-leading 5 RBI. He also has the lone home run for the Red Knights squad. Junior catcher John Urena out of the gates quickly for Reading as well. He carries a .417 average into today's game. A team-leading 3 doubles with an RBI. In fact, he will be playing first base in this evening's game. Final discussions taking place at home plate. It will allow us to give you the Mules' upcoming schedule. Of course, tonight's game versus Reading, postponed from last night. They'll face the Blazers of Daniel Boone tomorrow. That being a 4:15 start. Then on Friday, they will head over to Exeter and take on the Eagles for a 4 o'clock start as well. Wilson comes up on Monday, a 7 o'clock game here at Laureldale. And then Fleetwood the following Wednesday, a 4 o'clock start. So Muhlenberg takes the field. We will take care of the lineup for them after the PA announcer will take care of his duties. Following that, we will go to the playing of our national anthem. Giving you as far as the schedule for Reading over the next few games. Of course, tonight's game, Muhlenberg. They'll play the Eagles of Exeter tomorrow. Wilson on Friday. As we finish up with
and now for your home team, the Muhlenberg Mules.
The starting lineups. The following Monday, Reading will be at Governor Mifflin. And they'll follow that Wednesday, heading to Conrad Weiser. So 50 degrees at game time. By the time this one's over, we will be looking at temperatures in the upper 40s. So between the temps and that slight breeze that I mentioned, we'll see as far as how that has an impact on tonight's game. Cole Moody is going to get the start for the Mules this evening, and we will go silent for the playing of our national anthem. As mentioned, Cole Moody
Operating the concession stand
will
down
take the
below.
mound for Muhlenberg this
There are
evening.
restrooms on either side of the concession stand.
The defense behind him. In the outfield in left, it'll be the sophomore Marvin Frias. In center, the junior Gavin Moody. In right field, the senior Aiden Lopez. Around the infield, over at third, senior Lincoln High. At short, senior Eli Keller. At second, the senior Caleb Mendoza. And an all-senior infield, moving to first base with Ethan Weiler. Junior Cooper Burr will be behind the plate. And as mentioned, the junior Cole Moody will be pitching. Cole currently has an ERA the same as Blutarski's GPA, 0.0. He's 1-0. Over 5 innings. He's given up 4 hits, walked 2, and impressively struck out 7. As I'm told, yes, that is Senator Blutarski. Looking at Reading's lineup this evening, at the top of the order, it's going to be the junior Christopher Disla. He'll be in the designated hitter position, batting second, playing third base. The junior Frandy Ruiz. Batting third, the shortstop, junior Janzer Paredes. Batting fourth, the first baseman, junior John Urena. Batting fifth will be the catcher, junior Frank Felix. Batting sixth, the right fielder, junior Samir Diaz Batista. Batting seventh and pitching, junior David Garcia. In center field, batting eighth, the senior Aiden Vasquez Almonte. And batting ninth, the second baseman, junior Anthony Trinidad.
Number 3, Christopher Diesla.
So Christopher Diesla will start it off for us. Moody in the windup. First pitch looks like a ball. Didn't see the umpire. Looked pretty close. So 1-0 your count. Second pitch in there, a fastball on the outside corner. It'll even the count at 1. This one up high. It'll take the count to 2-1. Here's the pitch. This one in the dirt. Takes the count to 3-1. Something that Reading very good at the plate with the eye. Through 6 games, 30 walks. Here's the pitch. This one in there for a called strike. It'll take the count full. Disla looking for his first hit of the season. Here's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Cole Moody continuing his strikeout ways. So 1 out here in the top of the first. It'll bring up the third baseman, Frandy Ruiz. Here's a foul ball off to the right side. 0-1 the count. Ruiz hitting .278. He's got a double and RBI. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 0-2. Moody working quickly. Has the sign. And the stretch. Inside, it's in the dirt. 1-2 your count. Moody at the belt. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. 2 outs here in the top of the first. The junior shortstop, Janzer Paredes, will step in. He's leading the Red Knights with a .533 average. A homer, a double, 3 RBI. First pitch in there for a called strike. Moody's pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing and 2 quickly on the shortstop, Paredes. And the windup. High and outside. 1-2 your count. Here's the pitch. Off speed, trying to frame it on the outside corner. Didn't get it. 2-2 your count. Fouled off to the right side. It'll keep the count at 2. The Mules' ERA quite stout. The team at 2.73 through the first 4 games. Here's Moody's pitch. Off speed, it's grounded foul to the left side. Count still even at 2. Here's a shot to right field, but playing it perfectly, Aiden Lopez. He'll squeeze it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. We've played a half here in Laureldale. It's scoreless. We'll be right back. It's the Mule Sports Network.
The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School Athletics.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again.
The Reading Red Knights will take the field here in the bottom of the first. This is how the defense will line up. In left field, the senior Luris Alcantara. In center field, senior Aiden Vasquez Almonte. In right, junior Samir Diaz Batista. Around the infield, all juniors. Frandy Ruiz at third, Janzer Paredes at short. Anthony Trinidad at 2. And John Urena, first base behind the plate, junior Frank Felix. And pitching, junior David Garcia, 2-0 on the season. He's got a .70 ERA. In 10 innings, he's given up 6 hits. 1 run, it's earned. He's walked 6 and impressively has struck out 16. For the Mules, their batting order, it'll start off with the sophomore Marvin Frias. Batting second, the senior Eli Keller. Third, senior Aiden Lopez. Cooper Burr will hit cleanup this evening in the 5 spot. It'll be Gavin Moody. In 6th, it's going to be Lincoln High, the 7 batter, the pitcher Cole Moody. Playing first, batting 8th, Ethan Weiler. And the second baseman, senior Caleb Mendoza, will bat 9th. David Garcia has finished up with his warm-up pitches. Marvin Frias will step in. Frias instrumental in the win against Ephrata. Getting on base a couple times, coming around to score. He's scored 6 runs on the season. The lefty will step in, and here's Garcia's first pitch. Down low, ball 1. Garcia has the sign. Here's the windup. Here's a shot to the right side, picked up nicely by John Urena. He'll take it unassisted to first base for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up the shortstop, senior Eli Keller.
Shortstop, number 1, Eli Keller.
Keller hitting a stout 375. First pitch, a ball. Keller with a double, 3 hits. He scored 6 runs. The pitch. There's a shot to the left side. It's going to get by the third baseman, Ruiz, go into left field. And Keller will be a 1-out base runner. Up next, Aiden Lopez, the senior right fielder, making the final out in the first half of the inning, steps in. He's hitting .429. 2 RBI and a homer on the season. This one low. Ball 1. Keller has a stolen base on the season. We'll see if he's got some happy feet now. Lopez steps in. Garcia takes a look over at 1. Toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. This one down low. It's 2-0. Catcher Frank Felix doing a nice job keeping the ball in front. Garcia takes a glance. Here's the pitch, fouled off to the left side at the plate. It'll take the count to 2-1. Lopez 5 walks on the season thus far. Garcia looks in for the sign. We'll check Keller at 1. Here's the pitch. This one up high. It'll take the count to 3-1. Garcia toes the rubber. There goes Keller. It's low. It's ball 4. So Lopez will take 1. Keller will move up to 2. It'll bring up the catcher, Junior Cooper Burr.
Catcher, number 24, Cooper Burr.
Cooper hitting .286 on the season. He's got a team-leading 6 RBI. He'll step in against Garcia. Keller on 2. Lopez on 1. Garcia takes a look back at 2. They try to deke. Here's the pitch. This one in there for a strike. Burr thought it could have been a little high, shook his head at it. 0-1 the count. Not holding on Lopez at 1. Urena playing behind him. Here's Garcia's pitch. Outside. Felix tried to frame it, didn't get the call. It's 1-1. Garcia takes a look in for the sign. He's got it. Takes a long look back at 2. Here's the pitch. This one well inside. 2-1 your count. We mentioned Keller's stolen base. Lopez able to run the bases as well. He's got a stolen base. Garcia again taking a long look at Keller at 2. He'll step off the mound, chase Keller back, just as Cooper Burr calls time. Garcia has the sign. We'll glance at 2. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 on the catcher Burr. Keller at 2, Lopez at 1. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Garcia with the pitch. This one outside, but it gets away from Felix. It will allow the runners to move up a base. So Keller will take 3. Lopez 2 on the pass ball. A full count to the catcher Burr. The infield playing in. This is a swing and a miss, but it's going to get away from Felix. It's going to allow Keller to score from 3. Cooper Burr will reach first. So fortuitous for Cooper Burr, a swing and a miss. But Felix can't corral it. He'll get first base. Aiden Lopez will take 3rd. And we've got a pinch runner for Cooper Burr, which will be Javier Cruz. Stepping in, the center fielder, junior Gavin Moody. First pitch outside. Moody with 2 RBI early in the season. Here's the pitch. There goes Cruz. This one fouled off to the right side. It'll even the count at 1. Looking at an equipment situation with the catcher Felix. They take care of it quickly. Gavin Moody back in the box with a 1-1 count. Garcia checks Cruz at 1. We'll glance over at Lopez at 3, and here's the pitch. There goes Cruz. Felix will fake the throw. Give Cruz the stolen base. Second and third now. 1 out. Garcia takes a look in. We'll glance back at 2. Here's the pitch. This one will be fouled off to the left side. It'll even the count at 2. Pitch in there. It's a ball. It'll take the count full. Second straight batter with a full count. And Aiden Lopez went 3-1. Here's the pitch. This one down low. It's ball 4. So the base is loaded for the Mules. Gavin Moody on 1. Avian Cruz on 2. Aiden Lopez on 3. 1 run across. Coming up will be the third baseman, senior Lincoln High. He's looking for his first RBI of the season, and now would be the perfect time to get it. Quick conference on the mound for Reading.
Third baseman number 34, Lincoln High.
He'll step in. Garcia not worried about the base paths right now. His first pitch. On the outside corner. The off-speed pitch, a good one, and it's 0-1 to the third baseman High. Garcia's windup. This one a little bit further outside. It'll even the count at 1. A cool, crisp night here in Laureldale. Perfect for baseball. Here's the pitch. This one will bounce in there. A little low. It's 2-1. And the pitch. Here's a shot to center field. The center fielder going back on it. That's Vasquez Almonte. He'll make the grab. Tagging from third and scoring is Lopez. So there's Lincoln High's first RBI of the season.
The pitcher, number 13, Cole Moody.
Gavin Moody will hold at 1. Cruz will head to third. And it's 1-0 Muhlenberg. Stepping in the 7-hitter, the pitcher, Cole Moody. Here's the pitch. There goes Gavin Moody. He'll be credited with the stolen base. So the Mules will have second and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. one across. Garcia's pitch. Down low. It'll take the count to 2-0. Garcia's got the sign. Glances back at 2. Here's the pitch. The umpire gives time at home plate. Two and 0 the count to Cole Moody. A huge lead at 2. Garcia glancing. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off to the right side. Out of play. 2-1 your count. Big lead at 2 for Gavin Moody. Here's the pitch. It's a ball, takes the count to 3-1. Garcia's pitch. This one a shot to the right side. It's going to make its way through. One is across. Here comes the second run. 2 runs across. It's a 2-run RBI single for Cole Moody. And the Mules are up 3-0. Nice piece of hitting there. He went with the pitch to right field. Cruz and Moody will score.
First baseman, number 14, Ethan Weiler.
And the first baseman, senior Ethan Weiler, will step in. There's a throw over to first. Moody's back. Garcia's pitch. Inside. Felix comes up faking the throw. 1-0 your count. This one outside, a quick snap down to 1. A better throw probably gets him. But he'll get back. This one down low. Here goes an attempted steal, a good throw from Felix, and they'll get him. Mike Batista, the base runner, doesn't realize I'm looking to see whether or not there was a tag at 2. The ball was there in plenty of time. The umpires are going to have a discussion. As Mike Batista stands on third. Ethan Weiler draws the walk, and that's exactly why. Ethan Weiler drew the walk.
With the scoreboard, so if it is not
So Mike Batista now on 2. Stepping in the second baseman, Caleb Mendoza. First pitch to him is a ball. Here's the pitch, inside. This one outside as well, 2-0 to the second baseman, Mendoza. So Mike Batista on 2, Ethan Weiler on 1. 4 across here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. This one inside. It'll take the count to 3-0. Here's the pitch. This one straight back out of play. Here's Garcia's pitch. This one, ball 4. So the bases are loaded. Batista on 3. Weiler on 2. Mendoza on 1. And we go to the top of the lineup. Grounded out to the first baseman, his first time up. Garcia's pitch. First pitch inside and low, ball 1. Four across here in the first. Garcia's windup. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1. Frias looking for his first RBI in this early season game. And here's Garcia's pitch. It's a shot to the left side. It'll get through. 1 run will come across. Here comes the second. It'll be cut off. So 2 across. Ethan Weiler comes home, as does Batista. Mendoza stops at 2. And Marvin Frias has his first RBI of the season.
The shortstop, number 1, Eli Keller.
Goes with the pitch, lines it into left field. Runners at first and second with 2 out. And the Mules have plated 6. This first pitch fouled off to the right side. 0-1. To the shortstop, Eli Keller. Keller's single to left. Here's a throwback to 2. Keller's single to left ultimately came around to score. Garcia's pitch. This a ball. Garcia takes a look back at 2. Another glance. Here's the pitch. This one gets away from Felix. It will allow the runners to move up a base. So Mendoza heads to 3. Frias stands on 2. A base hit to the outfield will certainly score the speedy Frias. 2-1 your count. Here's the pitch. Here's a shot to left. It's going to get down in front of the left fielder, Alcantara. Here comes Frias. Mendoza scores in front of him. And it's another 2 RBI single. This time for Eli Keller.
Right fielder, number 22, Aiden Lopez. Oh my God, yeah. It's too big. That's still not there.
Aiden Lopez steps in. He walked and scored a run. His first time up. Tires of waiting and steps out. Here's a throw over to 1. Garcia will take a look over at 1. Keller with a lead. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Lopez. Lopez steps out, gets back in. Keller with his lead. Here's Garcia's pitch. This one inside. It'll even the count at 1. This one down low. 2-1 your count. Garcia's pitch. This one fouled at the plate, off to the left side. It'll even the count at 2. Friends, a reminder watching on the Mule Sports Network, remember to like. Don't forget to click on that like and also subscribe. Doing so will allow us to bring more Mule Sports content to you. Here's a single off the handle to the right side. It'll go through. So Lopez on with a single. Keller will advance to 2. So runners on first and second. It will involve a coach's walk out to the mound to have a discussion. Stepping in will be Cooper Burr. They're going to replace David Garcia. And coming in will be Justin De La Cruz. De La Cruz, the senior in 3 appearances. A 0 ERA. In 5 innings, he's given up take a look here. As I mentioned, 5 innings, he's given up 1 hit, 2 runs, both unearned. 3 walks, impressively 10 strikeouts. So he'll go through his warm-ups. So Burke's baseball schedules over the next couple of days. Of course, tonight's game, Reading and Muhlenberg, the only other game on the docket today, a 4 p.m. game, Antietam traveled to Berks Catholic. Tomorrow, Reading and Exeter will square off. Wilson and Governor Mifflin. Wyomissing will travel to Hamburg. Schuylkill Valley at Tulpehocken. Conrad Weiser will travel to Fleetwood, and Muhlenberg will take on Daniel Boone.
Back for the Mules, the catcher number 24, Cooper Burr.
So Cooper Burr will stand in. Cooper struck out swinging his first time up. However, Felix couldn't corral the ball. So Cooper was able to get to first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 your count. Eight runs across for the Mules here in the bottom of the first. They've got first and second. 2 outs. With the catcher Burr. De La Cruz's pitch is inside. He'll take a look at Felix. He's got the sign, glance back at 2. The pitch. Off speed. This one will catch the outside corner. 1-2 your count. Felix will go out to talk to his pitcher. De La Cruz glances back to 2. This one is going to be well outside, even the count at 2. Aiden Lopez stands at 1 after his single. Eli Keller, a 2 RBI single, currently stands on 2. De La Cruz will step off, taking a look back at 2. Here's the windup. This one well outside. It'll take the count full. Eight nothing Mules, and they're looking for more. De La Cruz has the sign. Here's the pitch. This one will go down low. It's ball 4. So Keller to 3, Lopez to 2. Cooper Burr will head down to 1. It'll bring up the 5-hitter, the center fielder Gavin Moody. He walked and scored his first time up. Heading out to first to pinch run for Cooper Burr is Javier Cruz.
Now batting for the Mules, center fielder number 2, Gavin Moody. And running at first base, number 5, Fabian Cruz.
De La Cruz looks into Felix for the sign. Here's the windup. This one a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 your count. Here's De La Cruz's windup. This is a shot to the right side. It's going to hug the line. It is a foul ball. It was close, curling towards the right field line, just going foul. And it just makes it a long strike to even the count at 1. Moody back in the box. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Here's a pop foul to the right side. It'll take the count to 1-2. Big hits in the inning. Lincoln High got a sacrifice fly to center field to bring in a run. Cole Moody, a 2-run single. Here's a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll retire the side. But not before Muhlenberg will plate 8. We've played 1 full. We'll be right back. This is the Mule Sports Network.
Mortgage America is Berks County's premier local mortgage lender. Why choose Mortgage America? They're a fully licensed regional mortgage banker, not just a broker. They service their own loans and offer a full menu of mortgage programs. Their turnaround times and service are unmatched in the industry, big enough to provide the best rates, yet small enough to provide personal service. Local loans for local homes. Contact Chris 9 at Mortgage America today at 610-376-1755.
We are back at Laureldale. Moving to the top of the second to recap that first inning for you, for the Mules. It got started. Eli Keller with a single to left. After multiple walks, Lincoln High flies out to center for an RBI. Cole Moody gets a 2 RBI single to the right side, a few more walks. Marvin Frias gets a 2 RBI single to left. Eli Keller then repeats a 2 RBI single to left. And that closed out the scoring for the Mules, so 8-0 after 1. Cole Moody finishing up his warm-up throws. For Reading, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. It'll be the first baseman, junior John Urena, the catcher, junior Frank Felix, and the right fielder, junior Samir Diaz Batista. Urena hitting a stout .417 on the year. First pitch low as a ball. This one low as well. 2-0 your count. Urena on the season. 3 doubles and an RBI. Got an eye at the plate, too. 7 walks. Here's a shot out to center. It'll fall in there for a base hit. So John Urena, a leadoff base runner for the Red Knights.
Number 1, Frank Felix.
So the catcher, Frank Felix, will step in. Felix 4 RBI this season. First pitch outside, ball 1. Cole Moody in his second inning of work. Here's the windup. Here's a shot to left. This one's going to fall in there, go all the way to the fence. Coming to third, John Urena, and stopping at 2 for a double is Frank Felix. So Frank Felix gets into a Cole Moody offering, drives it deep to left. And Reading has something here in the top of the second with second and third and nobody out. The right fielder, junior Samir Diaz-Batista, will step in. We'll have a pinch runner at 2, Yordani Tapia.
Now running for Reading at second base, number 10, Yordani Tapia.
Here's Moody's first pitch to Diaz-Batista. Well outside, ball 1. Here's the next offering, this outside as well. Runners at second and third. The count 2-0. No out here in the top of the second. The Mules leading at 8-0. Here's Moody's kick. Swing and a miss. 2-1 your count. Diaz-Batista has an RBI on the season. He's looking for more. Swing and a miss. Will even the count at 2. Moody trying to get out of some early trouble here in the second. A strikeout would certainly help his cause. He'll check at 3. It's in plenty of time. And they're going to say he got back. Lincoln High put the tag on from Cooper Burr. But they say he's back. 2-2 your count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A big, big strikeout there. For the first out here in the top of the second, Justin De La Cruz will step in.
Pitcher, number 15, Justin De La Cruz.
First pitch, a ball. Moody has the sign from Burr. Here's the pitch. Swing on a high fastball. That'll even the count at 1. The pitch. It'll catch the outside corner. 1-2 your count. De La Cruz looking for his first hit of this season. Here's Moody's pitch. That's a high fastball. De La Cruz chases it, and it's the second strikeout of the inning. So after the first 2 batters get on, Moody strikes out the next two. It'll bring up the 8-hitter, the center fielder, Aiden Vasquez Almonte. First pitch, this is outside, ball one. Moody, long stare into Burr. He's got the sign. And the pitch. There's going to be a soft grounder. It's going to go fouled on the right side. It'll even the count at 1. Vasquez Almonte has an eye at the plate. He's got 2 walks thus far this season. Having a discussion. Runners moved up. All right, as I take a look, catcher's interference will take Vasquez Almonte to 1. So base is loaded. First pitch into the second baseman, Anthony Trinidad, is a strike. So yeah, they called catcher interference on Cooper Burr. Here's a pop foul right over our heads. Trinidad quickly in the hole, 0-2. Moody has the sign, takes a look over at 3. Here's the pitch. Fastball up high, ball 1. A long stare into Burr. He's got the sign. Here's the stretch. Off speed, a swing and a miss. And they're going to call the strikeout. And Moody is out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 left. 3 left. But Moody holds them scoreless. We've played 1.5, 8-0 Mules. We'll be right back. It's the Mule Sports Network.
The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School Athletics.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again.
We are back at Muhlenberg. Cole Moody doing a nice job after allowing the first 2 batters for Reading to get on base. The bases ultimately would be loaded after the catcher interference. But essentially Moody striking out the side. And we move to the bottom of the second. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Muhlenberg. Lincoln High will step in first. He got an RBI. Flying out to the center fielder his first time up. Justin De La Cruz finishing up his warm-up pitches. He came on in relief of David Garcia. who went 2/3 of an inning in that first.
Third baseman, number 34, Lincoln On.
He'll step in. The first offering. He'll swing at a high fastball, 0-1. There's a grounder to the right side. First baseman Urena will get it. He'll take it himself, beat him to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out of the second inning for the Mules. It'll bring up the pitcher, Cole Moody. He had a two RBI single to right his first time up. He'll step in. De La Cruz with the offering. Curveball will catch the outside corner for strike one. De La Cruz, a good mix of fastball and off speed. Doesn't take much time. Here's a fastball on the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2. And the pitch. It's off speed. Moody ahead of it. And it's the second out here in the bottom of the second inning. It'll bring up the 8-hitter, the first baseman Ethan Weiler. He drew a walk and scored his first time up.
Baseman number 14, Ethan Weiler.
First pitch, a fastball. He swings through it. Strike one. After sending 14 batters to the plate in that first inning, De La Cruz looking to set down the Mules 1-2-3. Here's a fastball, fouled off to the right side. It'll go out of play. And Weiler quickly in the hole, 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's a curveball up high. Weiler back in the box. De La Cruz has the sign. Felix actually looks into the dugout, calls it off. Weiler tires and steps out. And the pitch. Fastball down low. It'll even the count at 2. De La Cruz is offering. Off speed, it's inside. It'll take the count full. Nice job, Ethan Weiler, working the count a little bit. Looking for the outside corner, didn't get it. It's ball 4, and Ethan Weiler has his second walk of the game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 8-0 Mules. Up steps the 9-hitter, the second baseman Caleb Mendoza. He walked and scored his first time up. De La Cruz will take a glance over at one. And here's the pitch. It's a shot right back up the middle. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder, Vasquez Almonte. He'll get it in quickly, though. But a single for Caleb Mendoza. And the Mules have something going with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second, we go to the top of the order. The left fielder, Marvin Frias, grounded out to first and a 2 RBI single thus far.
Left fielder number 6, Marvin Frias.
Felix will take a moment and talk to his pitcher. Frias with his first 2 RBIs of the year. His last time up. Looking for more here. The first quick pitch, the umpire stepped out. They're going to call a balk. That'll give Weiler third. Mendoza second. De La Cruz tried a quick slide, but he got caught. Here's the pitch fouled straight back. Nothing and 1 the count. Here's the windup. Fastball inside, evens the count at 1. De La Cruz has the sign. Here's the windup. This is a fastball on the inside corner. Takes the count to 1-2 to the left fielder, Frias. He'll call time and step out. Felix gives the sign. Here's the pitch. This one in on the inside corner and strike 3. Frias didn't think so, but he's caught looking for the 3rd out of the inning. We've played 2 full. It's 8-0 Mules. We'll be right back. It's the Mule Sports Network.
Mortgage America is Berks County's premier local mortgage lender. Why choose Mortgage America? They're a fully licensed regional mortgage banker, not just a broker. They service their own loans and offer a full menu of mortgage programs. Their turnaround times and service are unmatched in the industry, big enough to provide the best rates, yet small enough to provide personal service. Local loans for local homes. Contact Chris 9 at Mortgage America today at 610-376-1755.
We are back at Muhlenberg. Cole Moody continuing his warm-up throws as we get ready to start the 3rd inning. Cole did a good job last inning. First 2 batters for Reading, John Urena, Frank Felix, get on base. So it's 2nd and 3rd with no out. But Cole Moody settles down, getting 3 strikeouts in the inning. He's got 5 over 2 innings to keep the Red Knights scoreless as we go to the top of the 3rd.
Leading off the top of the 3rd for the Red Knights,
It's going to be the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Reading. Christopher Diesla struck out his first time up. The lefty senior steps in. And here's Moody's first pitch. This one popped out of play on the left side. 0-1 your count. Moody wants the signs again. He's got him, and here's the pitch. Off speed. This one a little high. It'll even the count at 1. A swing and a miss. 1-2 your count. And the pitch, it's a curveball in there for a called third strike. Looked like he waved at it as well. So we'll call it a strikeout swinging. Regardless, it's the first out of the inning. It'll bring up the third baseman, junior Frandy Ruiz. He struck out his first time up. Strikeout number 6 for Cole Moody. Here's the pitch. Off speed, a swing and a miss, 0-1 your count. Cole came into the game with the 0.00 ERA, and he still has it. Here's a shot to the left side, but it's foul. 0-2 your count. Ruiz hitting .278. The pitch. Off speed is in the dirt. 1-2 your count. He's got the sign from Burr, the windup. He's got the off speed painting the inside corner for a called third strike. His 7th strikeout of the night. 2 outs here in the top of the third. It'll bring up the shortstop, junior Janzer Paredes. He flew out to right field his first time up. Here's the pitch. This one low. 1-0 your count. Give a nod to Cooper Bird thus far. Doing a great job handling Muhlenberg's pitchers. Here's the pitch. Here's a shot to second base. And just waiting for it is Caleb Mendoza. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire Reading 1-2-3. We've played 2.5. It's 8-0 Mules. We'll be back. It's the Mule Sports Network. Justin De La Cruz back on the mound for Reading. Continues into the third inning. He came on with 2 outs in the first. held the Mules scoreless in the second. Then back for another inning. For the Mules, it'll be the second, third, and fourth hitters. We'll start off with the shortstop, senior Eli Keller. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 RBIs. 2 singles to left. First pitch in there, a called strike. De La Cruz's offering. It's a fastball fouled off to the right side. Keller quickly in the hole, 0-2. There's the pitch. This one down low. 1-2 your count. De La Cruz gets the sign from Felix. Here's the windup. It's a curveball well outside, even the count at 2. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. He'll fight it off, punch it into short left, if you will, just about 10 feet beyond the infield cutout. But there's Janser Paredes to corral that one. So he'll pop out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up the right fielder, senior Aiden Lopez. Walked and singled in the first. Here's the pitch. This one up high, ball 1. Here's De La Cruz's pitch. Here's a curveball in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Another curveball. It'll paint the outside corner. 1-2 your count. Again, looking for a fastball on that outside corner, a little bit too far, evens the count at 2. And the pitch. This one fouled off to the right side. Good job, Lopez there, protecting the outside corner. Fouls it off to the right side. The count stays at 2. Curveball well outside. The count goes full. Lopez, 5 walks already on the year, make it number 7. As he's got 2 in this game thus far. So he's a 1-out base runner. It'll bring up the catcher, junior Cooper Burr. Got on base by a walk his last time up. Throw over to one, checking Lopez. He's back. Lopez not afraid to run, and he's got a stolen base on the year. De La Cruz has the sign from Felix. Takes a glance over at one. A long pause. The pitch is outside. It's a ball. He'll take a glance over at Lopez at one. He's at the belt and the pitch. Here's a curveball that goes over the head of Cooper Burr. 2-0 your count. Lopez with the lead at one. Here's De La Cruz's pitch. It's a fastball fouled off to the right side. 2-1 your count. A good rip at a fastball there by Cooper Burr. Lopez being held on at one by the first baseman, John Urena. There's the pitch, and there goes Lopez. This is in there for a called strike. Lopez has the stolen base easily. So 2-2 your count to Cooper Burr. And Lopez in scoring position at two. A long pause there from De La Cruz. He'll glance back at two. Here's the pitch. It's a curveball well off the corner. It'll take the count full. Burr steps back in the box. De La Cruz takes a look back at two. Here's the kick. It's a fastball up high. It's a ball. Burr's second walk of the game. The Mules runners at 1 and 2 with one out here in the bottom of the third. Up will step the junior center fielder Gavin Moody. A walk and a strikeout. We've got a visit to the mound by Redding. Javian Cruz will spell Cooper Burr on the base paths. The discussion continues on the mound. Gavin takes his warm-ups. Hayden Lopez comes in to have a discussion. Moody takes a glance down at Coach Kopetsky. Lopez came in to talk, a little strategy. De La Cruz remains on the mound. He'll take a glance over at one. Moody tires of waiting and steps out. Two RBI already on the year. Moody looking for more. Here's a throw over to one. Cruz is back. De La Cruz has the sign, glances at 2, the pitch. This one outside. Ball 1. The sign received a glance at 2. This one outside. Felix can't quite corral it. And a heads up, Lopez and Cruz will take the extra base. So call it the pass ball. The Mules in business, 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. 2-0 your count to Gavin Moody. De La Cruz has the sign. Here's the windup. Fastball up high. And it's 3-0. And the pitch. Outside, it's ball 4. So the Mules have the bases loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's going to bring up the third baseman, senior Lincoln High. Flew out to center field in the 1st for an RBI. Grounded out to the first baseman his last time up. And the pitch. Curveball up high. It'll get away from Felix, but not far enough. It's ball 1. Lincoln High getting his first RBI in the 1st. Looking to tack a few more on. Here's a fastball in there for a called strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 your count. Aiden Lopez on 3. Javian Cruz running for a Cooper Burr walk on 2. Gavin Moody on 1. With a count 1-2 to Lincoln High. Here's the pitch. Swings at a high fastball and misses. It's a strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning. It'll bring up the pitcher, junior Cole Moody. He had a 2 RBI single in the 1st. Struck out his last time up. De La Cruz with the offering. Pops straight up on an off-speed pitch. Urena coming in, and he'll make the play. So Cole Moody will pop out to the third baseman for the 3rd out. The Mules failed to score. We've played 3 full. It's 8-0. We'll be back with more action after this. You're watching the Mule Sports Network. The 4, 5, 6 hitters for Reading. coming to bat as we move to the top of the fourth. Cole Moody frustrated with himself after going after that off-speed pitch up high and fouling out. I say fouling out, popping out to the first baseman. He'll take the mound for the fourth inning. As I mentioned, 4-5-6 for Reading. The first baseman, John Urena. The catcher, Frank Felix. And the right fielder, Samir Diaz-Batista, will be the batters for Reading. Cole Moody, 7 strikeouts through 3 innings of work.
Off the top of the fourth for Reading. First baseman number 8, John Urena.
Moody's got the sign from Burr. Here's the kick. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. 47 degrees in Laureldale at present. Here's Moody's pitch. Another swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2. A good mix of pitches from Cole Moody. Has John Urena a little off balance. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss outside. Burr holds on to it. I think Urena tipped it, but Burr able to hold on to it for the strikeout.
The catcher.
Strikeout number 8 for Cole Moody. In will step the catcher, Frank Felix. He doubled to left his last time up. This in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. 0-2. Moody at the belt. He's got the sign. Here's the windup. Off speed, tried to get it inside. A little short. Take the count to 1-2. The pitch. This one well outside. It'll even the count at 2. To the catcher, Felix. Moody thought he had the outside corner on that one. Started walking off the mound. The only problem, the umpire didn't give it to him. Count goes full. And the pitch. Here's a fastball. It's laced to center just over the outstretched arm of Eli Keller. And Felix has his second hit of the game. So he's a one-out base runner. It'll bring up the right fielder, junior Samir Diaz-Batista. He struck out his last time up. Yordani Tapia, the pinch runner at 1. Here's Moody's pitch. This one is going to get by Burr. Call that one a wild pitch. Allowing Tapia to get down to 2. Then it's 1-0. Moody takes a look back at 2. Here's the offering. It's off speed, a little high. 2-0 your count. Moody will take a look at 2, and here's the pitch. Swing at the plate. It'll be fouled off right there. 2-1 your count. Give a nod to our technical director, Chris Ziner, tonight. Doing a good job over there, CZ, as he's affectionately known. On top of everything. Moody takes a look in. He'll glance back at 2. And the pitch. Well outside. 3-1 your count. They'll look into Burr for the sign. He's got it. And the pitch. Here's a shot back up the middle. It'll get through for a single. The throw coming to the plate. Gavin Moody gets it in quickly. Tapia decides to stop at 3, or he was stopped by the coach. So Diaz Batista is at 1. First and third with 1 out, and Coach Kopetsky takes a walk out to the mound. We'll see if Moody stays in. Justin De La Cruz will step in. And he's going to stay with Moody. So Reading 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Runners at first and third. Bringing up a pinch hitter for Justin De La Cruz, and it's going to be Gibson Rodriguez. So Rodriguez steps in against Moody. They'll check over at 1. Batista's back. They'll go back over there again. So Moody's going to make sure that he doesn't run. Rodriguez steps in. Moody's got the sign. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a called strike. Moody will glance over at 1. And the pitch. This one down low. Burr does a nice job keeping it in front of him. 1-1 your count. Moody will go over to 1. He's back. He'll look to Burr to go through the signs. He's got it. And here's the windup. Here's a grounder to second base. Mendoza has it, can't come up with it cleanly, so he makes the play at 1. The run will score from 3. So the putout will go 4-3. 4 out number 2. Give Rodriguez the RBI. And Diaz Batista will end up on 2. So 2 outs here. In the top of the fourth, Reading plates a run. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The center fielder, Aiden Vasquez Almonte, steps in. He reached first on catcher's interference his first time up. Moody takes a look at two, glances back a second time, and even a third. Here's the pitch. This one down low. It's a ball. It'll even the count at 1. Mendoza not happy with himself. Had an opportunity for a double play right there if he comes up with it cleanly. Moody has the sign and the pitch. This one pops straight over us. 1-2 is your count. Mendoza doing the right thing. Instead of forcing it at 2, he did get the out at 1. Here's Moody's pitch. Off speed. He puts a charge into it, going back further, and he's got enough real estate, making the grab. Marvin Frias in deep left field for the third out of the inning. He gave it a charge, but Frias had room, got under it, and made the grab, retiring the Red Knights here in the top of the fourth. We played 3.5. It's 8-1 Mules. We'll be right back. It's the Mule Sports Network.
You're watching the Mule Sports Network on Jerry Gelliff Media.
Back for the bottom of the fourth, Reading with a new pitcher. And it's going to be Frandy Ruiz in one appearance. A 3.50 ERA. 2 innings pitched. He's given up a run. It was earned. He's walked 1. He struck out 4. So he will take over for Justin De La Cruz, who pitched 2 1/3 and did very well in relief of David Garcia. So Ruiz's first pitch is ripped to left field by Ethan Weiler.
That was Ethan Weiler, number 14, leading off the inning for the Mules.
So he is a leadoff base runner for the Mules.
Moving to third base, number 14,
The first pitch from Ruiz, laced to left field.
number 17, David Garcia.
Stepping into the batter's box will be the 9-hitter, the second baseman Caleb Mendoza. Had a single to right his last time up, walked in the first. Nothing and 1 the count. He'll take a look over at 1. Ruiz will glance over at 1 several times. Here's the pitch. Up high, it's a ball. It'll even the count at 1. Ruiz at the belt. Glancing, and by that point, Mendoza tires and steps out. Ruiz at the belt. He'll throw over to 1. Weiler back in plenty of time. 1-1 your count. Here's the pitch. Well outside, it's going to get past the catcher Felix, which will allow Weiler to head down to 2. Call that one a pass ball. So Weiler on 2, none out. 2-1 the count to the second baseman Mendoza. Ruiz will glance back at 2. Here's the offering. Mendoza turns to bunt. Pulls back, it's a ball. Take the count to 3-1. Here's the pitch. This one high and tight, it's ball 4. So Muhlenberg with the first 2 batters on here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll bring up the top of the order. It'll be Marvin Frias. Marvin 1 for 3 on the night. 2 RBIs. In the first, he had the 2 RBIs single to left. Ruiz's first pitch fouled off to the left side, 0-1. Weiler at 2, Mendoza at 1, none out here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 8-1 Mules. This pitch outside. And it's 1-1. Ruiz takes a look back at 2. Here's the pitch. And as he's coming forward, he falls off the mound. And the pitch. This one laced into left field. The left fielder under it. Alcantara makes the catch. That's the first out of the inning. Didn't even have to take a step or 2 for that one. So Frias lines out to left for the first out. It'll bring up the shortstop, Eli Keller. Here's the pitch. Off speed in there for a strike. Keller singled and scored in the first. Had a 2 RBI single in the first. This one fouled off to the right side off the wrist. 0-2. popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Off speed, up high. 1-2 your count. Here's the pitch. This one will hit him. Ruiz tried to come inside with the pitch. Looks like he caught him on the left arm as he runs down to 1. That'll load the bases. And up will be the third batter, the right fielder, Aiden Lopez.
Right fielder number 22.
Officially 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Here's Ruiz's pitch. This one inside. Ball 1. Mules played at 8 in the first. Nothing since. Looking for more now. Here's Ruiz's offering. This is inside with the fastball. 2-0. Ruiz will get the sign from Felix, and here's the pitch. This off speed will catch the corner. It's strike 1. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Well outside. Felix tries to frame it. A little too far. 3-1 your count to the right fielder Lopez. Here's a fastball. Lopez didn't think it caught the inside corner, but the umpire did, so it takes the count full. Here's Ruiz at the belt, and he's going to hit him. Ruiz's second hit by pitch. Hit Lopez in the back. That's going to allow Weiler to score. Tough way to get an RBI.
The catcher, number 24, Cooper Burr.
So a run across. The base is still loaded. And up will step the cleanup hitter, catcher Cooper Burr. He's been on base all 3 times tonight, and he gets hit with a pitch in the helmet. Certainly Ruiz isn't trying to do that, maybe just a little shaken up on the mound. They're going to take a look at Cooper Burr to make sure he's okay. He says yes. So that will allow Caleb Mendoza to score. So he'll head down. Cooper Burr will touch first so that Javian Cruz can come in and run for him.
Muhlenberg, number 5, Fabian Cruz.
After 3 straight batters being hit by a pitch, they're going to keep Frandy Ruiz in the game. In will step the center fielder, Gavin Moody. 0 for 1. He struck out on the first. He's got 2 walks. Here's a pitch inside. It's going to get away from Felix. And it'll allow a run to score. It'll be Eli Keller. So we'll call that, I'm going to say, a pass ball. And now we'll get the visit from the coach. So Aiden Lopez will be at 3. Yavian Cruz will stand on 2. And once we come back from this coaching visit, we'll see as far as what they do with a pitcher. And it's going to be Aiden Vasquez Almonte. So let's take a look at some stats from him. He's had 1 appearance on the year thus far. 1 inning pitched. He's given up 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So he'll be the next pitcher of record. So Vasquez Almonte takes his warm-up pitches. It's another opportunity for us to remind you to like the Mule Sports Network on YouTube as you're watching right now. And don't forget to subscribe. Again, in doing so, it will allow us here at Jerry Gelliff Media to bring you more sports content to our loyal Muhlenberg Mule fans. And as a Muhlenberg alum, I certainly can encourage you to do just that. Just a few years ago. So Vasquez Almonte will finish his warm-ups. Currently 11-1 as Muhlenberg has plated 3 here in the 4th.
Still batting for Muhlenberg, center fielder number 2, Gavin Moody.
So Gavin Moody will step back in with a 1-0 count. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Lopez at 3. Cruz at 2nd. Here's Vasquez Almonte's pitch. This is a fastball up high. It's a ball. 2-0 your count. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. 2-1 your count. Here's the pitch. It's a curveball. Has to duck just over his head. And it's 3-1. Here's the pitch, well outside. It's ball 4. And the Mules will have the bases loaded once again. In will step, let's see here, number 20, sophomore Liam Vargas. So he's hitting in the 6th spot right now with the bases loaded. This outside, ball 1. Vasquez Almonte doing a little housekeeping on the mound. Runners take their leads. He toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. This will catch the outside corner. Even the count at 1. And the pitch. This one, a fastball inside. Vargas does everything he can to get out of the way. And it's 2-1. Unfortunately, it's become a little target practice. Hate to say it, but here's the pitch. This one outside. Take the count 3-1. And the pitch, this one in there for a called strike. It'll take the count full. Vargas looking for his first hit of this season. It would be a nice time to get it now. Here's a foul to the left side. It'll keep the count full. Catcher Felix might have caught something there at home plate. Giving him a little attention, make sure he's okay. So we're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 11-1 Muhlenberg. The bases are loaded. Only 1 out. Here's Vasquez Almonte's pitch. Well outside, and it's ball 4. That'll bring home a run. It's the 4th run for the Mules in the inning. 12-1 your score. Cole Moody will step in. 1 for 3 on the day. A 2-run RBI single in the first. First pitch to him is a strike. Next pitch fouled off to the right side. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Moody, the 9th batter to come up to the plate for the Mules in this inning. Here's the pitch. Fouled down the left side. It'll keep the count at 0-2. And the pitch. Up high. 1-2 your count. Moody will step out.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. Spoken like a true Clevelander. Actually, I think he's from Erie, wasn't he?
1-2 your count. Here's the pitch.
He worked there.
It's a curveball. Doesn't quite break all the way. It'll even the count at 2. 12-1 your score. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch. This one well outside. Good job by Felix scooping that one. And the count is full. And the pitch. This one well outside. Another walk. And another run for the Mules. Cruz will come in to score. Moody will take third. Vargas will head to second. And we'll see if Mike Batista doesn't come out and run for Cole Moody. In fact, he will. And Michael Canfield will come to bat in the 8th position. A new pitcher for the Red Knights. It's going to be Hector De Leon Valdez. He's appeared in one game thus far, doesn't have any true numbers.
Number 19, Hector De Leon Valdez.
So taking a look at the inning thus far. It started off with Ethan Weiler. He got a single to left. Caleb Mendoza walked. Marvin Frias flied out to left. Then 3 straight batters were hit by a pitch. Eli Keller, Aiden Lopez, Cooper Burr. Then 3 straight walks to Gavin Moody, Liam Vargas, and Cole Moody. And through it all, it plates 4 thus far for the Mules. The bases are loaded with only 1 out in the inning. Reading right now looking for a pitcher that can close this out. And they'll go to De Leon Valdez
Now batting for Muhlenberg.
to see if he's the guy to do it. So taking a look to see who they have. So the freshman Canfield looking for his first base hit of the year. And here's the pitch. Well outside. Felix can't control it. It's going to be a wild pitch. So Gavin Moody will come home to score. Vargas will head to 3. Batista up to 2. And it's 1-1 to the batter Canfield. Here's a pop. It's going to fall and roll out of bounds. This actually should be a fair ball. It looked like it was touched, but they're going to call a foul ball. It certainly looked like it was touched by, I'm going to say the pitcher. The way the ball rolled foul, didn't look like there was enough spin on it for it to happen. Needless to say, it's a foul ball. This one up high. And threw it all, a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one down low. And the count's full. 6 runs across for the Mules here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. This one up high, and it's ball 4. So Canfield with a walk, loading the bases again. And they're going to bring up Ryan Kemp, the senior. First pitch outside, it's ball 1. He's at the belt. He's got the sign, the pitch. This one grounded on the left side. It's going to be a foul ball. Nice job there by Framby Ruiz. Didn't pick it up right away. It rolled foul. So 0-1 the count. Or 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. One and 2 the count to the senior Kemp. This one up high. Mules with the bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Kemp goes down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. We'll take it to the top of the order.
For the Mules, number 21, Luke Hefner.
Luke Hefner, the senior, will step in. First pitch a ball. This one well outside. It's going to bounce around. It's going to allow a run to score. Vargas scampers home from 3rd. Batista will head to 2nd. Excuse me, 3rd. And Canfield will head to 2. So the 7th Muhlenberg run of the inning. Next pitch a ball, so it's 2-0. And the kick. This will be in there for a strike. This one well outside. And ball 4. That'll load the bases.
Now batting for Muhlenberg, number 18, Jaden Mendoza.
That is the 6th walk of the inning for Reading. 3 batters were hit by a pitch, 7 across. And the next batter is going to be the senior Jaden Mendoza. First pitch up high, ball 1. And there's a balk, which is going to bring home the runner from third, and that's going to be the ball game. So coming on home is Mike Batista. He'll step on the plate. It'll be the 8th run for Muhlenberg in the inning. And they'll take the 16-1 win in 4 innings. We will be back with some post-game comments after these messages. You're watching the Mule Sports Network on Jerry Gelliff Media.
The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area, as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School athletics.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again.
Mortgage America is Berks County's premier local mortgage lender. Why choose Mortgage America? They're a fully licensed regional mortgage banker, not just a broker. They service their own loans and offer a full menu of mortgage programs. Their turnaround times and service are unmatched in the industry, big enough to provide the best rates, yet small enough to provide personal service. Local loans for local homes. Contact Chris 9 at Mortgage America today at 610-376-1755.
We are back at Muhlenberg. Your final, the Mules 16, Reading 1. After Cole Moody set down Reading 1, 2, 3 in the first with 2 strikeouts, the Mules went to work, scoring 8 in the bottom half of the frame. It all got started with Eli Keller. A single to left. The next 3 batters get on base, walk. Cooper Berg gets on. It was a swinging strike, but Felix couldn't handle it, so he's able to run it out. Gavin Moody gets a walk. Then Cole Moody comes up, slashes a 2 RBI single to right. Ethan Weiler, Caleb Mendoza get walks. Marvin Frias laces a 2 RBI single to left. Eli Keller follows suit with a 2 RBI single to left. Aiden Lopez comes up with a single. And that would take care of the scoring there in the first, as it's 8-0 after 1. Let me take a look here. I didn't mean to say Cooper. I meant to say Cole Moody. After giving up 2 hits to the first 2 batters in the second inning. A single by John Urena, then a double by Frank Felix. So runners at 2 and 3 with none out. He comes back to strike out the next 2 batters. A runner gets on for catcher interference. So Reading has the bases loaded in the top of the second. But Cole Moody mows down Anthony Trinidad for the 3rd out of the inning to strike out the side. And it kept the Red Knights scoreless after 1.5. Take it to the 3rd. Cole Moody has a 1-2-3 inning, striking out the first 2. With the 3rd batter lining out to the second baseman Mendoza to set him down. Reading would get a run in the 4th, as Frank Felix, on a 2-for-2 night for him, would get a single to center. Diaz Batista would follow him with a single to center. So Reading with runners at 1 and 2. A wild pitch would advance them. And a ground out to second would score Felix for Reading's only run. Cole Moody would then take care of the rest. A fly out to left to end the inning. So after 3.5, it's 8-1 Mules. Unfortunately for Reading, in the Mule half of the 4th, as sometimes is the case at the high school level, pitching becomes the challenge. And finding the arms in order to close the deal became the issue. As you take a look in that 4th inning, as we mentioned, there were 3 batters hit by a pitch. Six walks in the inning. Only 1 hit. But through it all, it plates 8 for the Mules. And as a result, they go on to the 16-1 victory. I think that's pretty much everything that we can say about tonight's game here from Muhlenberg. Join us Friday evening on the Mule Sports Network as we switch to softball. Your Lady Mules will take on the Exeter Lady Eagles at 4 p.m. What's that, CZ? When? Friday at 4? Is that right? Yeah, I thought so. That's right. So Friday at 4 p.m., softball, as only Jerry Gelliff Media. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. And I'm sure we'll get a good kick out of this. As only Jerry Gelliff Media covers girls softball here in Berks County. Of course, the Lady Mules and the Lady Eagles on the diamond Friday at 4. We will be there. So why don't you join us? Today's final, Muhlenberg 16, Reading 1. For producer Chris Zeiner. Again, nicely done today, CZ. Always a good job. I'm Darren Zeiner. Thank you for joining us on the Mule Sports Network. We'll see you Friday. Have a great evening. God bless.
Thank you for joining us for exciting Muhlenberg Mules baseball on the Mule Sports Network. The game has been brought to you by the New Birdies Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road in Exeter, and Mortgage America, the mortgage company of record in Berks County. Be sure to join us all season long on the Mule Sports Network for Muhlenberg baseball and softball. This has been a presentation of Jerry Gelliff Media. Good night.